So I have been in full closed loop with the Omnipod Dash and the Dexcom G6 through Android APS for about 2 months now. Over the last month, I feel like I've really got it down. I know all the nuances of the system. I know when to do a temp basal before exercise, all the little details like that. And it's been incredible. It really has. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to be sharing some statistics, specifically A1C, that I am just super excited about. But before we get into that, I feel like it's important to know the context of those last 30 days. But before we dive too far deep into that, 2 quick notes from me. Note number 1 is that I hit an important milestone, and that's that I passed 200 subscribers. And I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the YouTube channel and to everyone that's been giving comments telling me how helpful my information's been. That truly means the world to me. I'm not monetized. I don't have sponsors. I do this purely because I want to help people, and it means a lot to me that information is getting out, and you guys subscribing really helps push this video to a broader audience. And honestly, given how small the target audience is for these videos, like 200 subscribers really is nothing to sneeze at. Sometimes I do compare myself to Michelle Lord, who has 34,000 subscribers almost, and Nerd Diabetic, who has 25,000. And I realize that 200 is not that much, but help me catch up to those guys. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button, do all the YouTube stuff. Thanks. Then note number 2, I do have a subscriber. His name is Jacob, renamed Israel, and he wants to get on this Android APS system. He has the app built and running on his phone. The problem is that he only has access to the Libre system, and in order to make that work, he needs a Meow Meow. And so he started a GoFundMe page. So if you want to help out a fellow diabetic, Jacob, I don't think that you actually gave me the link to your GoFundMe. If you want to put that in the comments, I'll pin it as the first comment. And anybody watching this that wants to help out a fellow diabetic, just look for that down in the comments. So with that out of the way, let's talk about my experience over the last month. And I feel like I must confess something. In my past videos, I talk about taking care of your physical health as a big part of controlling your diabetes and your emotional health, and it absolutely is. But I must confess, I'm a full-blown caffeine addict, specifically Mountain Dew. And I'm talking real Mountain Dew. I'm not talking Diet Mountain Dew. Okay, and I remember when I was first diagnosed with type 1 diabetes that the doctor was like, do not ever drink soda. It's the worst thing for your blood sugar. And it honestly, it is. There's just something about all that sugar and the carbonation opening your bloodstream. It just spikes your blood sugar like crazy. Okay, I cannot stand the taste of diet anything, especially not Diet Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew is just terrible. But just the aspartame or whatever artificial sweetener that they use, I just can't stand the aftertaste of it. And when I say that I've got an addiction, I mean it. If I don't have caffeine every day by 12:30, I start getting a headache. It's bad. Nights when I'm playing basketball super late and I got to get up early the next morning for work, I'll drink a Monster. I know it's absolutely terrible for you, but it's something that I kind of just feel like I need to get through work that day. I really try to limit myself to only 2 Monsters a week. But the other 3 or 4 days throughout the week that I'm working, I drink Mountain Dew. I try to limit myself to just one 12-ounce can, but it usually ends up being 1 or 2 days that I'm drinking a 44-ouncer or multiple cans. It's a problem, I'll admit it. And honestly, I can say that I'm the only type 1 diabetic I know that actually drinks not diet soda. I do a ton of trials with other diabetics in the room, and they always have all these diet drinks and everything, but they have real Pepsi for the employees there. And I always beg. I'm like, hey, can I just get a can of Pepsi? I'll be good, I promise. I know how to handle it. And they're always like, no, man, we can't do it. And all the other diabetics are like, wait, you don't drink diet? How do you keep your blood sugar under control? It definitely doesn't help, but I've kind of learned how to manage it. But it's important to keep in context that over these last 30 days, I have drank so much soda. I really have. And also, right in the middle of those last 30 days, I went on a week-long cruise. It was kind of spontaneous, kind of came out of nowhere, But yeah, me and my brother and his wife and my parents, we all went on a cruise together. And, you know, when you see cruise ads, they paint this image of, you know, romance and going on an adventure and all that. In reality, there's like one thing that cruises are about, and that's the food. Like it's more or less all you can eat 24/7, and people just indulge like crazy. And I'm guilty there. You know, I definitely ate way too much and had a lot of desserts, lots of ice cream. So important to keep that in mind when looking at these statistics as well. So keeping those in mind, that I'm drinking a ton of soda and that I went on a cruise and ate a ton of ice cream and tons of indulgence, and honestly, that I'm still playing a ton of basketball. You know, 4 or 5 times in a week. And if you watch my past videos, you know that when I play basketball or just exercise in general, that my blood sugar drops like crazy and then spikes like crazy as soon as I'm done. All right, keeping all that in mind, here are the statistics for the last 30 days. That's right, my projected A1C is 6.5, and my median blood sugar, which is I think is even more interesting, is 130. You know, the mean is 141. I don't think that means an accurate indicator because, I mean, you can go so much higher than you can low. I mean, you can go up to 4 or 5, even 600, but you can only really go down to 30. So obviously the mean is going to be higher than the median. I think a median is a much truer indicator of where you're actually at, and 130 is insane. And I'm so happy, and it's been great. So with that being said, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. If you have any questions about how I was able to achieve this, you want more detail on how I can like control drinking soda or anything like that, you know, put those questions down below. I do these videos because I like educating and I love discussing diabetes with people. So if you have any questions, put those down below. If you have any ideas for future videos, please put those down below. Honestly, sometimes it takes me months in between videos because I just cannot come up with ideas. So if you have ideas, please put those down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please subscribe, like, comment, do all the standard YouTube stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.